It's working. Hey guys. This is just gonna be a short one. I have a lot to process. I met a dude today. I went out and I went and met with some not double stuff, please. I went out and met a dude, or I met a group of people. They call themselves Rosicrucians. It was interesting, and there were mostly like older people, just a couple. It wasn't like we weren't even 10 people, and there was one guy who was a little bit closer to our age, or to my age. I went there with a friend, and well, he was like in his 50s, but he looked very young. He looked way younger, and he also acted way younger. And he said like he doesn't have an ego. For 20 years he hasn't had a single thought or stuff like that. And he was in the group. He was his light was very loud. He was talking about that he found his light, and that he's so happy, and that he can shine it as much, and and a little bit of other stuff. And I thought there was one good thing you could say is real, or the real light lies in silence. In some way. I don't mean for him to shut up, but I mean for him to, he didn't feel so real. And I saw that there was a mask, and then he had still a big ego. And or what means a big ego? A spiritual ego is kind of the biggest ego you can get. I saw that he was still hurting, and that he was carrying something with him around, and that made me sad. So I had one thing. Our true light lies in silence. And we were after this meeting. He was obviously, I mean, a lot of the people, we were having a really nice conversation, and I really felt that I could let my light shine. Also a little bit, I also got a lot of recognition by the others, that they were kind of impressed with me and having this knowledge, and I also said, I don't really want to hear this just makes it worse. But also, of course, that's nice, and that I can be happy that I'm not building or I'm probably, hopefully not going to build my house on quicksand, which is what a lot of people do. And then they realize it in their later, some people in their 50s, or even later than that, and then everything collapses, and then they realize, they have something special inside them, and that just came out, and then they lose all the ground, or they never really had the ground, but then it feels even stronger than that, and then you hold on to something which gives you power, and that is something the ego does especially good, or that's only something the ego does. And we were, after this meeting, we were talking a little bit. We were going, my friend, this dude, and me, and then we were having a talk. Like we were talking very friendly, and I did a couple of jokes because that's what I do. And at one point he got really, really, really mad or in some sense, not really. I asked him, are you getting mad? Did I scratch something? I'm sorry, I didn't want to attack you. That's not my intention, bro. And he was like, no, I'm not attacked. And why can't people see that? It happens so often. I ask him, are you attacked? I don't want to attack you, but they feel like that a lot of times, and I understand why. And me pointing it out doesn't really help and doesn't make it better. But I think by me saying that and asking that, they probably realize it even more. So I probably ask it. Doesn't matter what I do really. Well, and I was feeling really stressed out with him because he was almost getting in like a defensive stance and almost like we were going to have a fight. And I didn't want to fight. I was like trying to, okay, how can I make myself really not dangerously looking? Like I was thinking, okay, what can I do? Okay, I take my hands out of my pocket. I'm trying to stay calm, and I was already thinking like, okay, I open my jacket, but that would look way more like, because that was fear. And if I would have done that, it would like, okay, all right, now we're gonna go at it. Good thing I didn't do it. Good thing I was just. And he was saying how that no one shall dim his light, and that he doesn't let other people do that. And I was yeah, I can understand that, man, bro, sure. It's a beautiful feeling having that light. Yes, it is. And my other friend was also really. It was good that he was there. Yeah. And I think that happens to a lot of people, that they are lost in some sense, in some sense, in any sense, literally. There are so many senses, and we can get lost in all the senses. If that makes sense. Yeah, I was really, and I mean that happens to all of us. All of us are lost in some sense, and we just want someone to listen to us and to hear us. And that's what this dude wanted, and I am pretty sure I did that. And we could even make a little bit of jokes about that, which is like a really good thing. That's really important. That's healthy. That we should all do that. Love about stuff and loving. This is all wrong. This is all wrong. Why is it so wrong? It can't be. Let me check. I mean, for you, it's not wrong, of course. I mean, this is my left, and now it's right, and this is right, and now it's left. It doesn't matter. My brain just isn't really catching up. And I think this brain not catching up, in some sense, is also what a lot of people are going through. Probably he did. Like, not the brain, probably. I mean, his heart was in the right place. You could feel that. And I think all of us have the heart in the right place. If we allow us to feel hurting, or we all hurt. And it's important that we have space for that, and especially that we give other people space for being hurt. And we don't do that. We only shout at each other. We only see the differences, which drives us further apart. We think we know stuff, and by knowing stuff, we put it in drawers, and then it's there, it's locked away, it's separated, and you can't really connect anymore. So, guys, love is the answer. That's probably everything that's important. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you could. I'm sure you could. You did take something out of it. Why wouldn't you then be here, right? So, like and subscribe and all of that. Yeah. Write a comment if you disagree. Please write a comment. I'd love to have someone disagreeing with me for once. No, he did disagree, and it's important that we disagree and that we are honest in the stuff that we think, and that we try to communicate. Love, guys. See you soon.